Okay. I just invited you! I'll go join you. Stay there. You already sent one. Stay there. Oh my god. Let's just get this over with. Yeah, this is some Panther shit. Yeah, I can't attend Team Chief. 85, I think. He beats it up with plus 2 confidence. Ridley should be like a 90, like over a 90, but he gets schemed because of his like awareness. He's a little dude.
Bread.
Bread. Bread. Bread. Bread. So, People's Bank has permanently locked me out of my account, so. It's literally happened like 10 times in a row. Yesterday, I used the same password. It was like, change your password. So I changed it. It was like, not valid password. And it was like, you're now locked out of the account. Tried to log onto the app, like, your account is still locked. I have it turned off. I literally don't know. I cannot do anything about it. They censored me, man. They censored me. They already know.
Rid of them all. We get hit and sit down. We don't talk to the law. Yeah, they think I'm tripping. They listen. They know I
what?
Every move. Yeah, they want us all in prison. That's why I can't sleep at night.
I'm still loading the game, bro. Where the hell are you at? I ain't leaving no game.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner
Chief,
Harbor.
we're in the game. Oh, what is wrong with you? I will invite you. I don't know what you're doing. Just don't touch the controller. Okay, wherever it's saying you stay there. Stay there. Stay there. This is the Panther shit all over. It probably already said we played, so this is our only shot. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna save that video clip. I have him on my asshole. I have it turned off. There's nothing I can even do. Get the app skin. Hi Tracy. Hi Tracy. Hi Tracy. Hi Tracy. Hi Tracy. Okay. Sean, what the hell is that, bro? What do you know?
Paint.
This is the playbook you want right here. You want this playbook right here. My offense. Puff, three.
Meh.
Coach. Thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will
the
match
wind.
up with the
Sean is
Cincinnati
Oh, my God.
Bengals. The NFL season
Watch
is hit
this.
high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Sean is S.
Stream get ended in a minute.
Now a first carry for Jemiah. And this defense feeling the encouragement.
Timmy.
They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the
It
key to
does.
good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. Incomplete. Brandon LaFell, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Dalton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Coming in carrying the losing streak, not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is, who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find someone who will make a play, create a play, and get their confidence moving in the right direction.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Cut!
Here's Rudolph off play action. And his first look is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2nd and 10, Rudolph again. Forced out to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now
I had to
it's third
flash,
down.
but I wanted to get
They
red
brought the
blue.
blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Gun! Set! 3-19! Detroit! 3-19! All right, now, lucky 56.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. The Bengal
I had
pressure gets him that time.
3
Down
people
he
wide
goes.
open.
I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carried from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. First and 10 for Dalton. And over the middle, it's LaFell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Over here, yes. Go, on the ball,
Dalton gives him an arm, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Go, on the ball,
Right back to him on 1st down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here you go, 368. Over here. Move.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
shotgun snap for Rudolph.
Oh my God,
As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get
We're
into a
gonna find
pretty
right
good
behind.
rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Second down, Dalton. And he goes down. Dalton couldn't get rid of it, and that will be a safety.
Future Bronco right there.
These two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that
Bro, if they
play.
didn't even find the Chief, they didn't get to be on the news.
Freeman again. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage.
He takes forever to release his ball.
Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
I was going to lob with the
He's
Ridley.
been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And a safety the last go-around. That's how we arrived at this 2-0 score. See if they can respond.
Such an oddity, isn't it? See those 2 points go up on the board knowing
it's like
that
soccer.
Exactly. And knowing that you did it to give those points up for your team. Now they're just looking to get back out on the field and make up for it.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Again, here's Bernard. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll run it here with Bernard. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And now to the air, Dalton. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
First down, Rudolph. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Flacco looking for his first toss. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
368! There you go, 368!
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And he finds LaFell complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Yeah, baby!
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
368! 52-44, get ready for pickup.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10, letting one go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
368!
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? It's caught. Left side. Brandon LaFell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Bullock will put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On first down, Flacco over the middle here to Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Flacco here on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now a carry for Bernard. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Go on the ball. On the ball.
He'll get it up the middle. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, as the first half is winding down, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They go play action here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. Eluding the pressure right. So we now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here. In this third quarter, they have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Geno Atkins, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. Now Flacco. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And all the way down to the 35. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 here for Flacco. And he will find Ridley on the left side. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers. Took
till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they don't even need to run a 2nd down play. Give them the 1st.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got them on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Over here. 368! 368!
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flacco looks to throw. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. Crabtree the target on that one.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 15. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? To the left side here for Eifert. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
There you go, 368!
Chief. Bro. Chief. Guess no more toying with food.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp. I ain't eating sloppy
Well, bro, no, it's a fair sin. He fucked up. His internet shit out twice. We've had 2 fucking stars. Unless he gives us a fucking third, it's gonna be done. I got rich by myself. Rather do this alone. I wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone. He said, broski, you a star. I said, brother, hold it down. Soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and I don't know what's gonna happen now.
face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself, I was too busy getting now they see me out in public and be knowing what my name is. All these rappers want the clout and the life of being famous. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming for my spot.
It don't matter, we're gonna have a freaking 50-50. His internet went out both times. We can't play more than twice.
Caleb Young got the cake up, now he's on the data. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio.
I was on CPU. Yeah, Sean got off. Sean fucking got off. Chief. The fuck is this team overall? Bro, no way we have to 50-50 this.
When you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream. Cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to look down, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy does it. In public, hate it or love it. The underdog with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolution.
I can't even hear him. Yep, we can't play a third time. Oh, well, no, he messaged in the main chat. I messaged the chief if we could play, and I told him what happened. But he popped up a message from him, but he was responding to texts in the chat. And he said, he's like, no, you're not. I was like, is it okay if we play a third time? And it said, when he said, no, you're not. And I was like, boy. He read it. Come on, Chief.
So what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big.
No, I am.
Genesis, that presidents drop a gem on them. On earth, he's the last.
I don't know, I'm asking him. Can you even start a game right now?
For the cream renegade. For the money, only green is the I'm a player on the late night till. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog to the skull. Ignorant. Can I live? Still film it. Kiss the death, forever taking that. Three boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger, kiss the death, forever taking that. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger. Money over my hands down. Here lies young getting paid for never take.
He said if you do and can't complete it, it will be a 50-50 cent. Because I told him the first time, it's all on my stream too. Like the first time we didn't even get the kickoff off, so that doesn't really even count. Well, Sean, you're in to mess up again. You go on CPU. How? It says in the rules. Same person lags out twice. CPU. I don't know, we're not supposed to have a third time. There are only 2 restarts versus a user. If both guys are at fault, it'll be 50-50 sim. If one guy's at fault both times, then he gets put on auto. If you play over the limit, both guys get a 1-game suspension. If I lost, my whole team would be free agency, and then I'd switch to every open team and cut their team too. So, if I lost a fair sim, yeah, I would cut every single player from 4 teams. I guess, he said, yeah. I don't know. Shit, don't accept my invite. I'm gonna back out of it. Yeah, I know. Just hold on. If you do and can complete it. Okay, so don't answer me. You don't understand there will be no third time.
I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, don't man. I'm a K-back. 100K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they screaming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at.
Hold on. Don't accept that. Bro, I only have one fucking Rudolph fan. That nigga's about to ride the pine.
Thought that I had a fan. 10 o'clock, got a flight out. Yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out. Yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a. Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happen when you give it a taste life and you give it a wasteland. This what happen when you give it a fake life and then the ape man. I live with birds come out. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, you from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle shit.
League will be ruined if this game lags out. Bro, you ain't gonna take no L versus my team.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals.
I'll just leave it up. Just in case anything happens. What? Oh, okay.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
To throw on 2nd down. Dalton going deep downfield for Ross.
Jeez.
And that's going to wind up incomplete.
What you mean,
However, we
Ross?
do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
How can you cheer for that? Because it is bailout. It is bailout. The penalty that happens like once every 5 games happens.
368! Big L 368!
Dalton, 1st and 10.
Oh my
He's gonna lead
god,
this first running
bro.
back. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Big L 368!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton. And over the
Bro,
middle.
the safety could have came down, hit stick them, and like
Down he goes,
hit
taking
the wrong
it
way.
inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Now I got stuck on the fucking D line.